welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are going to be talking about, and I will be demonstrating, the standard method of casting off a project. I am using US 9 double pointed needles. I worked up a small bit of knitting in Caron 1 pound in the color blue, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle for weaving in your ends. Now, as you see, I worked a swatch in stockinette with a garter border, and I started another swatch with the same pattern, just more stitches of the garter border with the stockinette in the center. In my sample, I cast on 20 stitches, worked a few rows, and now I'm going to show you how to do the standard method of casting off. For this demonstration, I am going to be casting off on the right side of my work. To start the cast off, we are going to knit 2 stitches. Once we have knit 2 stitches, we are going to take our needle in our right hand under the first loop that we made. We are going to slide it up and over and pull it off. And then we're just going to continue working 1 stitch and then sliding the first stitch up and over. Knit 1. Take the stitch on your working needle, the first stitch, slide it up and over. Knit 1 stitch. Take the first loop, slide it up and over. Knit 1 stitch. Take the first loop, slide it up and over. Knit 1 stitch, take the first loop, slide it up and over. Knit a stitch, take the first loop, slide it up. Oops. And just repeat that until you get to the very last stitch. It can be a little finicky until you get the hang of it, but don't panic. Like you just saw, if one slips off, if you just take a beat, look where you're at. I think the worst mistake that we can make as knitters in the beginning is panicking. The first loop, slide it up and over. Making a very nice cast it off edge. Knit 1 stitch. Take the previously worked stitch up and over. stitch. So what you would do is you're going to cut a small tail. And then I take my fingers and pull that last bit of yarn to the loop. And then you're just going to work in your ends. When I work in my ends, I don't know if you can see here, but I try to follow the yarn. And what I mean by that is I go into the stitch and then I follow the yarn the way it goes in the stitch. So it kind of hides it. So see, in this one, it goes up, and then this, see, this goes down into here. It just kind of follows the way the stitch flows, and then this goes up. And this one goes down into here. And so on and so forth. You know, for these ones you don't have to work it in real deep. And then I just cut as close as I can to the fabric safely. And then there you go. Hidden, can't really see it. I'm just working the other end the same way. Just follow where the stitch goes. So there you go. That is how you cast off. After this tutorial is done, I'm going to quickly give you a little shorty on how I set up this pattern for swatching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Next week's video will start my 4-part series on beginner crochet, so tune in for that. And then the format after that, that 4-part series on crocheting, beginner crocheting, the format will be 1 week tutorial for knitting and a 1 week tutorial for crochet. So I'll switch back and forth. So in the comments, let me know if you're a crocheter and there's something you're interested in me doing a video on that you don't quite understand or need help with, or if there's something with knitting related. Also, please drop those questions in the comments. Any questions pertaining to the standard method of casting off. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. And thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you next week with my part 1 for beginner crochet. Till then, make loops with love, and I will see you next time.